together for the host of Cough Drops, Dustin Kaufman.
Welcome to Kauf Drops. As always, we got a lot going on in the world, so we'll get right to it. 37-year-old fitness instructor George Plitt was killed after he was hit by a passenger train while filming an outside exercise video. It's very unfortunate, I know. I just hope he was hit right after saying something like, "If you thought that was extreme." You can really feel the burn on that one. Speaking of stretching out, a woman in Costa Rica was caught on camera stealing a TV by shoving it up her dress and walking out the door. Yeah, that case shouldn't be too hard to solve. Just look for the woman with a 42-inch flat screen vagina singing the theme to Friends. A couple in Florida made headline news after they went to court arguing about whether their infant son should be circumcised or not. The wife was for it, the husband was against it, saying you don't want to be the only one in the gym locker room with foreskin. Anti-circumcision protesters, they came forth on behalf of the wife, actually. One protester was chanting, "I couldn't speak when I was cut, but I can speak now." Oh, that's great, you can speak, but if you're an adult man and your main focus for organizations is kids' penises, you should probably shut up. People are saying the Oscars have been whitewashed due to the snubbing of the movie Selma, as well as every minority actor not being nominated for major categories. I don't know if you can really argue race on this one. Yes, Selma, the movie about minorities in Alabama, wasn't nominated, but An American Sniper was nominated, which is about a Navy SEAL killing 150 people in Iraq. So there was at least 150 minorities nominated. Speaking of the movie American Sniper, Michael Moore came out and stated his opinion that snipers should not be recognized as heroes. In fact, they are cowards. When asked to elaborate, the filmmaker stood his ground, saying, "The only sniper I have ever respected is the guy who shoots hot dogs out of a cannon at the sporting events." Because he's really fat. He's fat. Michael Moore is fat. In fact, Michael Moore is so fat. Michael Moore is so fat, he thought the GOP was a pizza. What? Come on, guys. Michael Moore is so fat. But when he said he was left wing, the plane tipped over. What? Oh. Michael Moore is so fat, he should go by Michael Less. Michael Moore is so fat. He's pretty fat, but he's not as fat as our show tonight. We got a pretty big show for everybody tonight. Give it up one more time for George C. Looney. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kauf Drops. If you're watching at home, please subscribe. Tell your friends. Check us out online, also at kaufdropsinc.com. While you're there, check out our news source at the Provident Inquirer, and you can also go to our friends' site. Our friends online there at Comedy A Go-Go and Soundtrack of the Week. Now, getting things moving started. We have some unfinished business we have to attend to left over from last week. Can we get Jeremy out here? Can we get Jeremy out here? Last week didn't really Hey, buddy. All right. So last week, all right, this is what happened. I fell victim to a new weight loss program called crack. Okay, and just it got really bad. We got fired, and our behavior just wasn't on par. So I wanted to bring him out so we could apologize to you for our crack addiction last night.
I'm not apologizing for shit. You made me smoke crack. I was vehemently against it the entire time.
Look, the networks are only going to let us back online if you apologize.
I'm pretty sure anyone can upload YouTube videos, Dustin. Like fucking 5-year-olds upload YouTube videos. People upload videos of cats every second.
Okay, well, I apologize, and I just want everybody to know Jeremy and I both have our 7-day coins. So
7 days, crack free.
We're crack free for 7 days. But I know this is going to be. Thank you. It's really hard. I'm like feeding right now. You know, I really want to diet. I do. I really want to work out right now. But so I know this has been really hard for you, Jeremy. So and for everybody. But you know, I think you've been struggling, right?
I have.
You've been struggling.
Yes.
And
Is that why you called me out here?
Well, I think you should deal with your emotions, man.
I'm depressed.
Yeah, thank you. I got this. I think you should deal with your emotions, and the best way to do that is to sing it out. Right?
I'd rather not sing it out.
You guys, I mean, you guys, everybody agrees the best way to deal with it is to sing it out, right? I know you've had a struggle lately. You've been struggling, and I just think you should really sing it out for these people.
Okay. Man, you're not gonna let me not do it, so. I'm gonna sing a song about my struggle with crack. It was a tough time for me. Many hours of therapy this past week, and I'm ready to get through it. So let's do it. Some of you might remember this if you grew up in the late 90s. What would you do if your son was at home, crying all over the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only thing to feed him is the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his damn mom is gone, and we're smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, but for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life.
I'm from the 90s. That's not how.
What did I do? Get up on my feet and stop making tired excuses. What did I do? 'Cause I know if Robert Downey Jr. can do it, anybody can do it. What would you do if your son was at home, crying all over the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and your mama's gone, and we're smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, but for you this is just a good time. For me this is what I call life. It's tough, Dustin.
So moving. I didn't know it was so bad, man. I love you, buddy, but I mean, let's like.
I feel like I should do it one more time. To heal. What would you do if the son was at home? Everybody crying all over the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with the man for a little bit of money, and his mom is gone, and we're smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, but for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life. Felt good, Dustin, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's really moving, but all that happened in a week?
Yes. All that happened in 1 week.
You have a kid now?
Yeah. It was a surprise to me, too.
Your mom's sleeping with people for crack?
No, that was me sleeping with people for crack. Sorry if I didn't make that clear.
So you're having it 7. That's a lot to happen, man.
I know. Fuck you for that. It's fucking your fault.
Well, I guess I should apologize to you too.
Yeah, damn right you should. Apologizing to them was fucking me you fucked over.
I was just trying to get you healthy, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm out of here. Thank you.
Later, man. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to reach out to more guests to try to bring on some new and fresh faces, some maybe household names that everybody would recognize. So I'm gonna go ahead and write a letter now to Stevie Wonder, because who doesn't want to see Stevie Wonder? You guys want to see Stevie Wonder on the show, right? So okay, I have my paper right here. I have my pen right here. Okay, so we're gonna try to get Stevie Wonder on this show. All right, so if you guys just give me just a minute, I'm gonna write this letter to Stevie here. Okay. Dear Mr. Stevie Wonder, my name is Dustin Kaufman, and I wonder how you're reading this. I'd poke holes in the paper to make it like Braille, but I'm afraid I'd inadvertently say something offensive. And I don't want to offend you. I actually want to invite you to appear on my show, Cough Drops, with me, Dustin Kaufman. We'll make you look really good, I promise. Please watch my show. You know, with someone who can describe how awesome it is, because it's totally awesome for people who can see. And we have a house band and jokes for people who can't. And then when you decide to join us for Cough Drops, which is filmed live at the Uptown Girl. Are you a Billy Joel fan? Me neither. I was saying, it's filmed at the Midland Theater. I'm including the address, and just give it to the driver at the airport. We'll bring you in the back door. I'm also enclosing some questions that the writers of the show want me to ask you when you come on, so you can be prepared. I can't wait to see you. Sincerely, Dustin Kaufman. Alright. So we're going to mail this. We're going to mail this to Stevie Wonder, and we'll just wait for his response. Alright, let's put that in the mailbox. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, UFC 183, I believe it is this weekend, and he was on his way to Las Vegas, had a layover in Kansas City, wanted to come out and get some Joe's Kansas City barbecue, and while he was here, we decided to bring him onto the show. So put your hands together for MMA legend Anderson Silva. Hey, thank you so much for coming on to the show. It is an absolute pleasure to have somebody of your mentality, of somebody of your recognition. Just to have you on the show is incredible.
Yes, thanks. It's good to be here. I'd like to say thank you for all the fans out there that are coming to support me and watch the fight. I'm happy for back. I'm happy for back, man.
Are you guys kidding me? Seriously? Can nothing ever go right on this show? Do you not speak a word of English?
What? I'm speaking English right now.
Oh, God. All right. We should have known this was going to happen. Paul Shields is here, right? Our very own Paul Shields. He's actually bilingual. Yeah. Hey, Paul. Hey, buddy. Can you grab the mic? Come out here for a second.
No, I don't think it's necessary to get translator because
yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying? Can you?
Hey, Paul. This guy can't. Anderson Silva, by the way.
Hey.
Hey, okay, so apparently he doesn't speak a word of English. All right.
No, I speak English now. I've been in this country for 5 years.
See nothing.
I've been here.
Nothing.
I know
You what I'm
English.
talking about? This is ridiculous. So, and I know you're an interpreter, right?
Yeah.
So, can you translate this interview for us?
Sure.
Okay, awesome, great. Okay, we got this problem solved. Don't worry, guys.
If that's what you want to do, then I guess, but it's not necessary to have him here. He seemed like a nice guy, but I don't get.
He said he just beat up a hobo in the alley.
No, he is a joke. He's playing. You know I did not say that, right? Come on.
Said he loves the cough drops.
Nice. All right, so
What? No.
so thank you so much for stopping in on your way to your big fight this weekend. How long have you been in MMA? When did you start your training for fighting?
Well, when I was a kid, my mother put me in martial art. I do a taekwondo. I studied boxing, jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai. And then I get into MMA, UFC in like 2006. I fight for UFC.
He said last year.
What? No.
Wow, a year. You've been training a year and you're already like in UFC. That's incredible, man. You must have really, that must be a really great year, man. I mean, you must really be dedicated.
No. I say I don't fight in a year. Not I only fight for a year. I say I no fight in year.
He said he's been eating his Wheaties, and he mentioned beating up the hobo again.
No, okay.
I don't know if I want this kind of guy on the show coming on here beating up homeless people. Are you kidding me?
Look, okay. I try to be nice. I don't know why they book me to come on the show. It's cold here, but I come because they say, Anderson, Spider, we give you barbecue because you're happy for back. We take you to Kansas City. But then you guys do this. Que essa? Que essa? Que porra é essa? Eu vou nessa. Antes você quer quebrar sua cara. Filho da puta.
I think he has to pee.
Did you understand a word of that?
No.
I thought you were an interpreter.
Yeah, I am. I know sign language. My aunts are deaf.
Paul Shields, Anderson Silva. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, here to do some stand-up comedy. Please welcome Mr. Scott Shaffer.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Dustin. Really appreciate it. Can you understand me? Okay, great. Whitest guy here. Of course you can understand. Guys, how are we doing tonight? It was good to be here. I was reading something the other day. I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you guys see or read the article about the woman who got a third boob implanted in between her other two working boobs? No? You can look it up. I promise it's real. I'm not making this up. But I read that, and I had to figure out what was her motivation for this. And apparently she needed to get this third boob implant because she was tired of being asked out on dates, and she wanted men to leave her alone because she thought that would make her unattractive. Bitch, you don't know how much we love boobs, apparently. Because at a certain point, I was reading that, and the only thing I could think of was the three-titted girl from Total Recall, and I got crazy horny. And you know how much that one boob cost? It was $20,000 for one boob to make you unattractive. Here's how I know that would not make me think that you're unattractive. And that's because, 3 years ago, I was at a bar, drunk, completely drunk, but I spent the entire night there hitting on a girl with 3 of something else. She had 3 fingers total. Like she almost had more palm than she had working digits. It was insane. And so I know that I won't even flinch if I see a third boob because I've spent the entire night trying to have sex with a girl who can't even work a fucking light switch. It's weird because at a certain point, ladies, here's a little tip. If you want to add something surgically to your body that'll repulse all of us men, you better make it a dick. And I don't even care where you put it. Side ponytail that shit. Put a scrunchie on it. Bedazzle it. I don't give a fuck. We're not talking. Bedazzle a dick. Be a weird doctor thing to have. Like you're putting dicks on. A lot of people think that since I'm a comedian that I have to have that stereotypical thing where I hate my parents and I talk about them and I make fun of them. That's not a true statement at all. I love my parents. I think they, if anything, I screwed up in life. They were great. But it always makes me think about them. And like one of my most fondest memories about my parents is that like growing up, I always knew when my dad made breakfast for me because he'd use the icing on my toaster strudel to write out the words "you're a faggot." Because my dad has thought I was gay from the age of 13 till whatever you see right now. And I say that because I overheard my mom and my dad talking one time. My mom was like, you know what, Scott just hasn't found the right woman yet. To which my dad's response was, it's kind of hard to find the right woman when you love dick. To which my response was, this is the worst Thanksgiving dinner ever. To which my brother's response was, this is the greatest Thanksgiving dinner ever. Now I get it. Looking back, I even thought I was gay, to be honest. Because at a certain point, I recognized the fact that in my small town, while all my other friends were working like 18-hour days on the farm, I was just at the local pool getting a killer tan. Like no one looked at me with my puka shell necklace and frosted tips and thought to themselves, oh yeah, that guy's swimming in pussy. No, wasn't happening. But no matter what, everyone knew where I was at when it came to Summer League baseball. Mainly because I was the only idiot in right field doing cartwheels and singing Summer Lovin' from Grease. Because that's my goddamn jam. I love that song. And I know you guys will not be surprised to hear this when I tell you that I was the lead in a Grease play that summer. So you can imagine how pumped my dad was to see his youngest son star as Sandra Dee. But I wasn't gay when I was 13. I just went through a phase where I thought I was gay. You know, that's kind of the thing. But I went through a lot of phases when I was 13. I went through a Samuel L. Jackson phase for a little bit. That was where I walked around with a backwards Kangol hat and called everyone I saw a motherfucker. Nowadays, the gayest thing about me is the fact that I have a 10-inch dildo attached to the front end of my car just in case I rear end some guy with truck nuts. I'm pretty sure my parents thought I was gay, and that's why they sent me to church camp. Did anyone in here go to church camp? Yeah, one sinner back there, all right. No, if you don't know what church camp is, here's what church camp is. Church camp is basically like a week-long retreat where 13-year-old Christians go to interact with other Christians, talk about God, and touch each other's private parts because when you're 13, you're horny for no goddamn reason. And they just throw you in the middle of nowhere, and you have no parental guidance. You just have a church camp counselor, and that's it. And here's why I couldn't take my church camp counselor serious. If you guys leave here believing one thing that I say tonight, please believe me when I tell you that my church camp counselor's name was Richard Sack. You ever seen a 13-year-old boy keep a straight face when some Christian man tells him that his Christian name is Dick Sack? No, I couldn't stop laughing either because I just was hoping and praying to our God that he was married to some woman named like Titties McNipples or some shit like that. Now this guy, Dick Sack was a good guy. Let's call him Dick Sack from now on. He was a good guy, you just wouldn't know it by like what he was wearing. He was always wearing like tight hiker shorts, like a mesh tank top, and like a beard that was touching his balls at all points. If you ever thought to yourself, what does a Christian porn star look like? Dick Sack was it. And if any of you went to church camp, you know that 95% of what they teach you at church camp is that masturbation is a sin. Which means at 13, you're just on like a zip line to hell. Because I'm 31 and I'm still riding that same ride right now. But at a certain point, a counselor tried to compromise with us. And it was Dick Sack, let's be honest, it was Dick Sack. Dick Sack tried to compromise with it by saying it's not the act of masturbation that's the sin, it's the impure thought within your mind. So what he's trying to say is we can all take ourselves to Pound Town just as long as we're free of sexual thought. However, explain that to my parents when they caught me masturbating in the sports center. They walk in the room, they're like, Scott, what are you doing? I'm like, just trying to be a better Christian mom. You know how many Hail Marys you have to say for jizzing on your mom? One, actually, Catholics are weird. Here's the two things about that. I'm not actually Catholic, I just love that joke. But at a certain point, you're wondering, have I told that joke in front of my parents? Yes, I've told that joke in front of my parents. Didn't go well. Shocker. But the joke landed, people laughed. So I get off stage and I walk into the bar area, and my dad is quickly behind me. And I turn around, thinking he's gonna congratulate me. And he just starts in on me, he's like, hey, that joke about your mom, and like right as he says that, in my mind I'm like, oh no, he did not take that as a joke. Mom was probably upset. Now he's here to yell at me, just take your tongue lashing. So I just let him go. He's like, hey, that joke about your mom, really? Hail Marys, you and people thinking that you're Catholic? I'm like, that's what you had a problem with in my joke? Thanks a lot, guys. I'm Scott Shaffer.
Scott Shaffer, everybody. Okay. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Home, home on the range, where the deer and the
Moving right along, we have a very special treat for everybody coming up right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, what the fuck? Did you seriously just show that video?
Yeah, we did.
God damn it, dude. Okay, alright. First off, guys, I didn't agree to this shit. Dustin strong-armed me into it. He's like, hey, work for Kauf drops, do sketches, be funny with us. Let's use your apartment to dress up like Klansmen and rub Doritos all over each other on Martin Luther fucking King Day. Wow. He's got a black friend. It's totally cool. He's got a black friend, right?
Who agrees to some pretty awesome stuff. I was like, if this dude will eat cat food for the show, surely he'll dress up like a Klansman on Martin Luther King Day.
I didn't even fucking eat chips, Dustin. I left the arts bar that night after doing a set and I burped. And it tasted like Doritos 8 fucking hours later. I can't go to a grocery store without having a nervous breakdown. It's fucked up.
Is this what you came out here to tell me?
Totally. That ain't some fucking tweaked out mailman guy delivered this letter to me.
What?
Also wanted to know if you could give him the phone number of that guy from last episode with the crack.
No. Alright.
Okay. Just checking.
Alright, thanks. Glenn Bolton, everybody. Glenn Bolton. What's this letter? Stevie Wonder's response letter. All right. Well, oh jeez, this is so exciting. Stevie wrote the show. He wrote me back. All right, let's take a look and see what Stevie had to say here.
Dear Mr. Kaufman of Cough Drop's non-notoriety.
He called me Mr. Kaufman.
First, I would like to say I'm honored to be the first, as you described, old black and blind musician you've invited onto the show after you suspected the younger white musicians with working eyesight said no because they could see how few views your videos got. I am truly honored, but I will not be appearing on Cough Drops.
Oh, he said he's not coming on the show, guys. That's sad. Well, oh, there's something else. Let's see what else this says. Let's go on. There's a little bit more.
I thank you for sending along the questions you plan to ask me, and I'll answer them in this letter.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, so it says he's not going to come on the show, but he's going to answer all the questions our writers sent for him. I hope our writers had really good questions for him. All right, let's see what his answers are.
No. Growing up, me and the neighborhood kids never played a kind of third-person hide-and-seek game where they left me somewhere new and called it Stevie Wonder's Where He's At.
Who asked him that question?
No, I don't think my being blind was an advantage to my sperm trying to find an egg in the dark. And yes, someone has to help me with cleanup. Yes, I suppose if there were a zombie apocalypse and I was hungry, I could eat what you called my totally useless eyeballs. Your last question is of a very serious nature, and I think it deserves a very serious reply.
Oh, good. At least one of our writers asked a good question. Jeez.
You asked, did the idea of being born and living life as a blind man ever make you think of committing suicide? The answer is no. I have, however, considered it twice while thinking of appearing on your show.
It says he'll be on next week, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now go to a public service announcement.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, my stars and garters!
Hey, Dad, how are you?
My two twin beautiful sons! It has been a long time.
Too long.
Boy, you guys have grown.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there any news since we last talked?
We have some news?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you go.
We're gay.
Oh, well, I mean, that's, that's cool.
Well, the thing about it
Good
is,
with that?
we've been having a lot of gay sex.
Well, that's what gay people do, right?
Yeah.
But,
Together.
When you say together,
we
like,
fuck each other.
when you say fuck each other, you mean like
Actually, your penis is my butthole. That's how it goes, yeah. We agreed upon that.
Everywhere. Hotel rooms, my place, his place.
Mom's place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
your mom's dead.
Well, we meant cemetery.
That's
Kidder.
You realize that's it's not really cool.
Oh, it's cool. It's really cool.
It's the coolest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. It's like fucking yourself. It's great.
So, just because you guys are cool with it, I should be cool with this?
Yeah, it's
Why not? I mean,
not like we're
still
gonna
your sons.
Yeah, it's not like
We just bang all the time.
Yeah. We bang. It's not like I'm gonna knock him up or anything or.
Yeah, I can't get pregnant, you know. Not yet.
So because you can't get pregnant, and you guys are cool with it, I'm supposed to be cool with this?
Well, yeah. Why not?
Are you coming for Christmas?
Oh,
Yeah.
What's over here? Woo! Goodness.
Good hug.
and I would do anything for love. Now I would do anything for love, and I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for the cast and crew of Kauf Drops, and for comedian Scott Shaffer, I'm Dustin Kaufman. Subscribe, tune in next week, same Kauf time, same Kauf channel. We'll see you next week. Take us home, George C. Looney.